Don't you hate it when you're brushing your teeth and you get spit on your shirt? What's up, my Squabians? Today we are talking about one of the biggest winners with the NBA season coming back in its new format, 8 regular season games, as well as a play-in bracket between the 8th and the 9th seed. I'm so looking forward to the NBA season come back. Being without it for so long has made me realize how much I really love the NBA and how much I cannot stand to have there be no games through the months of April and June. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Let me know in the comment section below who your biggest winner is now that the NBA season is officially coming back. This isn't my biggest winner, but this is one of my 3 winners that I will be introducing to you in upcoming videos. So this winner is a winner for me because when we talked about the NFL season and who's going to have the advantage heading into 2020, we're talking about those franchises like the Seattles of the world, like the New Orleans of the world, teams that have had quarterback head coach combinations, that have established themselves, that have played for a while, that have been there and done that, gone to the playoffs, won Super Bowls, won playoff games. They've been battle tested. They have chemistry together. They've already built that up through previous training camps. Why is that so important? Because this offseason, there's not going to be as much time for training camp. There's not going to be as much time to be in person and to play contact sports like football and like basketball. The opportunity to grow and to bond together is going to be less in this offseason, more than it has been in many, many years, if not ever. Therefore, the teams that have already established and already played together have an advantage in the NFL this upcoming season. If that applies to the NFL this upcoming year, why doesn't it apply to basketball as well? In the NFL, we look to a team like the Giants with a Joe Judge as their head coach. They're going to struggle because they just got a brand new head coach. He has to implement his new system on the fly. Whereas the John Harbaugh, they already know what they're doing in Baltimore. It worked last year, and now they have an opportunity to build on where they left off last season. Let's transition that to the NBA now. You look at a team like Toronto. Last year, they had Kawhi, but this team was pretty much the same team that just won a championship with Nick Nurse. That's an advantage Toronto. Who it's a disadvantage for, all those super teams that just assembled last summer. The Los Angeles Clippers. Their chemistry was pretty tough. The Lakers. They haven't made a playoff run together on this franchise. Had Brooklyn come back for this playoffs, I think part of the reason that Brooklyn with Kevin Durant and Kyrie are opting not to come back is because they understand how difficult it's going to be without a lot of chemistry and without having a full regular season to try and build together a championship roster. They understand the difficulties of that, and they're saying, let's go forth and let's adjust everything from the start next year. We'll take a fresh season and we'll dominate that one, rather than trying to rush and come back and dominate this one, which I totally understand. So if those are the type of teams that have a disadvantage, what teams have an advantage? Utah, they just lost their best shooter. Houston, they added Russell Westbrook a little bit earlier on in the season. But what about Denver? Last year, while they only played 2 series in the playoffs, they were as long of series as you could have had, 7 games each. They beat San Antonio, they lost to Portland. What does that do for a team like Denver? Not only were they battle tested last year, but they got gut punched, they had their will attacked by Portland and by San Antonio, and they learned so much from it. While I haven't been the biggest proponent of Denver being an A1 championship contender, I do have to give them credit for all the experience that they gained last year. And when it happened, that's what I was saying about Denver. I was like, we're going to look back on this and we're going to look at it like the time that they learned how you can win in the playoffs and what it's going to take, how to grind out a playoff series. They had to grind out 2 of them. They didn't finish the second one how they wanted, but they did with the first one with San Antonio. Now, not only is Denver having that experience together, they have that chemistry together. With this whole break, they don't have to worry about chemistry. They've been playing together for years. They've built that chemistry, not only with the players, but with their head coach. And they're coming back with Nikola Jokic unrecognizably skinnier. He's going to be in phenomenal shape for the season. It's going to be great for Nikola Jokic. The Denver Nuggets are going to be much better off right now than the Houston Rockets of the world, the Lakers of the world, the Clippers of the world, based on how the scenario is going to play out and the NBA comes back, not because they're the better team, but because they've already been established, they've already played together. They had a deep playoff run last year where they learned a lot about themselves and how to win in the playoffs, and now they're getting to apply that knowledge down the stretch of this season while other teams are still scrambling to build chemistry. So the reasons that I say Denver are one of my biggest winners with the format of the NBA coming back are, number 1, because they've already built chemistry, they already had a playoff run, and it just happened, so they're going to be fresh off of it. They're going to have an opportunity to show what they learned from last year and the fact that they are not going to go down without a fight. And number 2, Nikola Jokic lost a whole bunch of weight. He's unrecognizable, and he looks extremely good. That's going to be great for them. He's going to have a fresh motor heading into these playoffs. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe in this video. Let me know in the comment section below who you guys think is one of the biggest winners with how the NBA format is laid out for the remainder of this season. As always, go Hawks.